It was about that time. No, I'm sorry.
It was about that time. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of Motley Heights, our Fallout 2D20 role-playing game using the Modiphius Entertainment rule set. Hi, I'm ELH, the Game Master, and joining me are some lovely individuals. I don't have any announcements, so we're just going to go straight into introductions, starting with Mr. Wolf.
Wait, I wasn't ready for that. You always have an announcement. It gives me
No,
time
don't
to
have an announcement this
build up my
week.
energy and be like, hey, everybody. Hello, everyone. My name is Darewolf at Darewolf Gaming 88 on Twitter and Twitch. I've been playing with the ELH here for a while. I am playing Sergeant Nicholas T, Brotherhood of Steel Rangers, maybe like on leave or whatever. And I'm also in the Saturday game, Chromatic Crusaders. Small little shout out. I'm going to steal Aaron's thunder because he always shouts out his other game. You guys should definitely check that out. It's super fun. We're playing some evil dragons, but this is Fallout, so let's get weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that my thunder has been thoroughly stolen, I guess there's nothing left but to introduce myself. Hey guys, I'm Aaron. I'm playing Draxus, the Intelligent Deathclaw, and I'm from California, but not in real life. I'm from Canada in real life. And I'm also Dr./Commander Dotig on Star Trek Congo Tuesday nights. Check us out. Excited to be here. Games are therapeutic, so let's be well.
Let's therapize.
And certainly last but not least, we have Professor Hex, who is either frozen or standing very, very still.
No, I'm not frozen. Hello, I am Professor Hex. I am, I'm just a man, really, at the end of the day. And I will no longer be playing controversial pop philosopher Jordan Peterson. I will now be playing, what's his name again? Dr. Kaz Wurra. Yes, thank you.
Oh my God, that was a really good one. And I love you.
All right.
What?
On that note, let's...
I can't right
What the fuck?
What? I don't see what's the problem here.
All right, let's get started. So, when we last left the group, such as it is, you all had just acquired some information about the Institute from an abandoned hospital that was being used for not-so-great experiments on super mutants. But it's now been maybe about 2 to 3 weeks, or 2 or 3 days, I should say, since the event. So, you're still healing your injuries. There are still some lingering scars. But for the most part, you're all lounging around Motley Heights. You're taking a breather. You're basically surviving in the wasteland as you do. And as you all are sort of sitting around shooting the shit with one another, your good friend Angela walks in. And this is the Wild Wasteland, by the way. Oh, and speaking of redeems, you guys have 4 AP from chat right now.
God damn it. Chat, you guys spoil us.
I mean, thank you.
Yeah. But no, the Wild Wasteland is Angela walks in with a canteen of water, and she says, gentlemen, I know you're doing a bit right now, but you need to see this.
I'm literally just standing here.
Oh, I thought it was a bit. I mean, you're all just sort of standing here looking at one another in silence, so...
Okay,
I'm sitting on the floor. What?
That's offensive that you would assume that at all times we're doing a bit. We're more multidimensional characters than just bit people. I mean...
It says the man who tables things and hands out sticks. More to the point, though, watch. So she uncaps the canteen, holds it open over the ground, and water pours out. And then it stops pouring water, and she says, "All right, you saw that, right?"
Yeah,
totally
I saw you waste water.
Yeah, good job.
Right, but we can confirm that this canteen is empty now, yes?
Draxus, just to be clear, you weren't looking anywhere near the canteen at the time. I think the old vision ball is still giving you problems.
I mean, I could see it.
Yeah, but your face was pointing in the opposite direction.
You were basically
Right.
looking 90 degrees away from the thing.
Right, but I have to because when I put my eye back in, it just sort of went that way. So I kind of have like half of my head where I'm like, oh my God.
Well,
I can
that's
understand.
Because...
I'm prey and predator. You know how prey animals have their eyes on the sides of their head to give them better peripheral vision? Well, now I can get into that headspace. And hang on, you're a little blurry. I can get into that headspace
This is going to take some getting used to.
and just go for it, you know?
Can you fix that? Is that?
Hey, first thing when we got back here, I said, look, Draxus, I'm not a plastic surgeon, but you know, you're not exactly spoiled for choice, so I'll give it a shot. And he was like, no, I don't have any insurance. My premiums are going to go through the roof, blah, blah, blah. And so I thought, all right, fuck it. You know, if he wants to live and look like a, you know, some kind of bobblehead, then that's fine with me.
Okay.
Well, I told you I didn't say anything about my insurance. If you must know, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and it's excellent coverage.
Oh, I see. Well, newsflash, genius. Blue Cross Blue Shield doesn't exist. It's fucking vaporized. So good luck filing a claim.
It's probably why they haven't returned my faxes.
I would like to spend a luck point that in this moment, I reach into a chest and I pull out a Blue Cross and a Blue
Shield.
I mean, I see them. They're right here. Here you go, Draxus. You were looking for these earlier.
One healthcare, please.
Now, see, this is a bit. Like, just to be clear, this is a bit. What we were just doing, not a bit.
Do you see the difference?
Like, that was funny.
Angela just looks at all of you and goes, I have no idea why I or Morgana hangs out with you crazy assholes. But...
okay, let me just point out, you're the crazy one for coming in here and just pouring perfectly good water on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of lunatic does that?
Well, okay, but I more to the point, and she shows you, like, the canteen. You all can confirm it's empty. Yes, you see it's empty.
Yeah.
Presumably.
All right. She replaces the cap, shakes a little bit, unscrews the cap, pours out more water. All right, now where did that water come from? Because we all just agreed that the canteen was empty.
That's easy. Elemental plane of water.
I mean, what are you, like, 4?
She looks at Dr. Wormart. What the fuck's the elemental plane of water?
Obviously, it's canteen. It's an endless.
It's you know, Dragons and Dungeons, fucking nerd shit.
Oh, that nerd shit.
Just don't pay attention to that. It's obviously a trick canteen. You know, it's not my first time in the rodeo. You know, I've seen a David Copperfield show before. You know, it's probably a little thing at the bottom, which has got like a pill in it that once it hits air makes water. Blah blah blah. It's a whole thing.
So it's I think it's just a regular decanter of endless water, as listed in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Ooh, can you set it to geyser, and we can fill up the pool?
I could go swimming.
Before this goes any further, let me just go get a football so that I can just, in as jockey a way possible, just beat the shit out of both of you.
Well,
so about that pool, like, does it keep pouring if you keep pouring, or can you have to like put the cap back?
All right. Okay,
no,
I'm gonna go.
I
have
have
to
to
find a
replace
locker
the
to
cap.
stuff you into.
Or is it going to take a while? But I mean, if we get started on it right now, we'd probably be done in the next 2 or 3 days.
Days? I mean, you saw how much that canteen held. I mean, if you want to fill up the kiddie pool alone, that's going to take weeks.
Well, let's get weird, and I'm going to go.
Well, that's why you set it geyser. It produces 30 gallons of
be
water
like
instantly.
Wait.
Hey, Draxus, what's a
What?
draconic for water or geyser or waterfall? What's draconic?
Draconic for waterfall is.
Yeah. All right. So
No. You got it.
Did I get the pronunciation wrong?
Your accent is terrible.
Okay. Well, we'll work on it. It's fine.
Here, Dr. Worm, you can have the canteen to do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Thank you. Just to be clear, we're not living in some kind of, you know, mincy fucking fantasy world, okay?
Is that better or worse?
Good one.
Yeah, right.
I literally, like a month ago, I literally murdered a man, and I have yet to receive any kind of institutional justice.
Yeah, that's because you're a murder hobo.
We live in the wasteland.
Yeah.
Yeah, the like the plane of waste.
I mean, really, it probably bears like a closer resemblance to Acheron.
Oh, that's a good point. Actually, it does bear a close resemblance to Akron. What if we are in Akron? I think we are actually. Where's my +1 mace?
Well, as you go to look at your +1 mace, oh my god, it's the fucking bat. Oh my god. As he pulls out a comically sized bat, I would like everybody to roll me a perception and survival, please. Difficulty of 1.
I can do that.
Right. Where's my character sheet?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Even chat's saying Roger is back.
Roger never left. He just went into hibernation.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. Looks like Worm's got 1 success. Let's see what else we got going on here.
I'm too busy trying to figure out how to waterboard the other 2 with this.
With the canteen.
Yeah.
I mean, that tracks because I've got a googly eye at this point.
Yeah, so Draxus, you're having vision problems, and Nicola T, you get actually 1 AP for your troubles. But what's important is Nicola T and Dr. Worm, I don't have the sound effect queued up, but you all, I'm hoping, know the sound effect from Halo when a Wraith fires like a plasma shot, that kind of mortar.
Oh, yeah.
You hear that sort of energy charged thump from across the water, because again, Motley Heights borders on the ocean, so you hear a massive thump, and you kind of look out a window and turn to look towards the source of the noise, and you see a giant green projectile, a plasma projectile, arcing in your direction, but not aimed at you. Like, you can tell it's going to go over Motley Heights, but there is a giant plasma projectile that is soaring over Motley Heights.
Do we have any of the skulls on? In which case, you can play the children cheering sound effect, and we assume that it's
the balloon
grunt.
popping with confetti.
Yeah, exactly.
It has been played.
Yeah.
All right, Roger, back in your hole. Well, that seems.
Oh no, it's a fucking dragon! Let's all run and get a +1.
Oh my god, it is a dragon! All right, Draxus, grab your cross and shield. I'll get my +1 mace. Let's go slay us a dragon.
What? No, dude, I don't have any weapons. I'm a monk.
Oh, right. I'll take the shield. And then I heft the shield on.
Right.
I huff back over. I grab the +1 mace. Battle and glory. And
so ELH, if it's a projectile, I suppose it's doing like sort of like a parabolic
arc. Yeah.
Arc. Is it like that telltale kind of like green plasma looking deal?
Oh yeah.
All right. So Draxus is going to look at it and be like, Doc Worm, this I pride myself on being new player friendly, so I'll just say, like, just on sight alone, that really looks more like an Eldritch Blast. You should probably move, though.
He might actually be frozen. We don't know.
No, he's not frozen. I can see him twitching.
Have at thee, dragon!
There you go. So Angela kind of calls, hey, Morgana, what the fuck was that? And Morgana scuttles in, kind of looks at the projectile as it falls over the horizon, and you all hear a muffled explosion, and a small burst of air washes over Motley Heights. But Morgana kind of looks out to the ocean, and her eyes kind of narrow a little bit, and she says, Well, that just came from a Freedom-class battleship.
Battleship?
Yes, battleship, a naval vessel with very large guns.
I know what a battleship is.
B4, C7.
Yeah. Hit, miss.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. And Draxus is actually going to run to the end of Motley Heights and cup his hands and go, miss, A5.
As you run to the shore, Nicola T is kneeling with his mace and shield and is saying a prayer. And yeah. All right, my my friend, my fist-flying friend, we got us a dragon to slay.
Morgana turns to Dr. Worm and says, "What the hell are they talking about?"
I don't know. Some kind of gas leak. Who knows?
Well, I can't really make out too much about the battleship from this distance, but it appears that there's some smaller craft coming from the boat. Looks like there's people on them, but I can't really make out any concrete details.
You mean
It
like
doesn't look like they're
watercraft?
Yeah. They're like little dinghies and little speedboats. A few jet skis too. I'm surprised that they have jet skis.
Well, go and shoot at them.
Wormlings.
Well, they're not coming towards us. They're coming, if I'm judging their trajectory correctly, somewhere south of Motley Heights. And actually, I think if you look carefully, they're going to Nahant, the vault that you guys found me in.
Oh, I really hate that place.
Well, you did turn it into a smoking crater, so it's not like they can loot anything there, but I suppose it's now an opportune marina?
I believe the proper term is Marinina.
Oh no, that's the Mars
no,
pronunciation.
No, it's marinara.
Oh yeah, that's. Forgive me. See, this is why one of the reasons I keep you around, Drax, is you just got a great mastery of the English language.
I'm a true Renaissance man. You know, I have a wide breadth of knowledge on everything in the world, really. I mean, except for a lot of most things.
Oh, so we're just saying blatantly false things today, are we?
Well, I mean, you do call yourself a doctor.
So Angela speaks up and says, so do we want to go check this out, or are we just going to kind of hang here and hope this passes over?
Oh no, I think that we have a duty. My task is set before me, girl. My mission clear and true. There'll be black knights and dragons, girl, but I will always come for you. And then I will lightly caress her cheek and turn and leave.
Phrasing.
Hey, Duckworm, you know where he sleeps, right?
Yeah. I know the times, the locations. Yeah.
Cool.
Snoring patterns. I got it all.
You and I are going to have a chat later about that.
Oh,
Come, Draxus. Not good lives above eternity. It doesn't live off fame, but rather deeds. And there's shit that needs doing.
All right.
Kansas lyrics?
I could do that. I could do that too. And Draxus will actually go down on all fours and just like sort of like motion to Nicola T to like just sort of jump up on his back.
He does.
And I say, all right. I'm gonna try one. All right. Riders of Rohan, fell deeds awake. Now for wrath, now for ruin, and the Red Dawn. And he's just gonna run to start running.
We charge off.
Well, it's a watershed moment for my friend there. It's the first mount he's ever got.
Do you think you three can handle it? Should Morgana or I come with you, or should we hold down the fort here?
You should absolutely come with us because it's like throwing toddlers at this problem. So
Okay. Morgana, I will I'm gonna stay here, protect your precious cooler of Nuka-Cola. Now see, that is an appreciation that, well, I can appreciate. Thanks, Morgana. Don't mention it. There's also the fact that the turrets are still down, so I am the only one equipped to defend this place anyway. Right, we need to talk about that later. But let's chase after those idiots, Worm, before they get too far.
I wasn't planning on running.
Well, I said chase. I didn't say run.
I see. Okay.
All right. So, as Draxus and Nicola T, as you charge off, you're obviously going to arrive at the location a little bit ahead of Worm and Angela. But when you do arrive on the scene, what you do see is that a large number of boats and, small watercraft have been pulled up to the small little crater of where the underwater vault used to be. And now there's just sort of like a jut of land that they've pulled up onto the shore of. And what you're noticing, or at least as far as you can tell, they haven't noticed you, so you kind of have the advantage here. But what you're seeing is that sort of policing the craft and otherwise, getting ready to presumably raid inland is a large number of individuals, maybe about 20 to 30, that are all wearing pre-war, like pre-Sino-American War naval clothing. And every single one of them is smoking a fresh cig.
Hey, Draxus,
Yeah,
smoking's bad for you, ain't it?
I mean, it's pretty bad, I think.
'Cause,
But really, if they've been out in the ocean,
yeah.
they probably soaked up quite a few rads. So I think like smoking is probably academic at this point, if whether or not that's bad for them.
Now, maybe I'm being a little pedantic here, but in most of the action movies I've ever watched, don't the bad guys usually smoke a cigarette?
Yep. Yep.
I feel like these might be bad guys then.
So they're not. We aren't LARPing anymore.
I think we've changed genres into a like a spy action movie, like James Bond. You could
All
be
right,
007, I'll be 006.
What are we looking at?
As Worm
See?
sidles up with a
Case in
cig.
fucking point.
And I guess without
What?
missing a beat, Drax is just gonna be, well, all right, Chief. Here's the situation. We've got half a dozen perps in a staggered echelon formation.
Why are you talking like that?
No, I thought we were doing a buddy cop now.
Ooh, or a buddy cop. I can do my New York accent.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, and I'm fresh off the force. I'm here to change things, and I haven't been jaded by years of the corruption.
Yeah, yippee ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Look, you
Okay,
gotta get some enjoyment out of life, man. I mean, I don't know what I gotta say or what I gotta
Apparently
do.
I can't when you guys are around.
One day we'll break through that crusty, moldy exterior and find the sweet caramel of joy inside.
Which will be very old and also very moldy.
Well, as you all are talking, you're going to notice that some of the pirates, whatever you want to call them, they are starting to head in your direction. So if you want to just remain in the open and have them notice you, you don't have to do anything. But if you actively want to hide from them, I will need a stealth or a sneak check from all of you.
I can do that. I would like
Just-
to observe.
Just to get out of the way, or
More or less to hide behind either a building or a small hill, One of the things where if you actively do not want to be seen, I will need the stealth roll.
Nicola T, in classic fashion, steps on a bottle.
Nice. So I think, with that complication, I think what's going to happen is as you all start to move maybe out of the way, Nicola T, you crunch a bottle and some of the individuals coming kind of look up and one of them shouts, Hey, you!
What?
Holy shit, did that Deathclaw just talk, Jimmy? Yeah, it did. Holy shit! Let's go talk to it.
Hey, I'm Draxus. What's up?
And at this point, they kind of sidle up to you, and they're holding their weapons, but they're not pointing them at you. They're just kind of, combat ready, if you will.
Hey, don't mean to like make demands right from the get-go, but could I bum a smoke? It's been ages.
Oh no! Look at that. He already wants a smoke, Jimmy. Well, you are right, Mariner. You were right to bring extra. And Mariner smiles, reaches into his many medals on his chest. He reaches into his little uniform, pulls out 2 cigs, and gives you 2 of them, Draxus.
Oh, thanks, man.
And then
he'll
he
just
you do the lean-in thing with the lighter.
Yeah,
Kind of lights it for you.
Yeah, that's smooth Carolina smoke.
And the Mariner, or so you're assuming, says, all right, well, holy shit, a talking Deathclaw. This will be a story for the fucking deacon. But yeah, we're the smokers. You guys know where any fusion cores might be? We're kind of looking for those right now.
Have you tried checking up your own asshole?
Now look at that. He's got jokes too.
I mean, what?
Seriously though, have you tried checking?
No, it wouldn't fit. You couldn't get a fusion. What?
Oh, I mean, it won't fit with that attitude.
Look, I figured, you guys are men of the sea. Surely, you're alone on those decks. Things happen.
We have
Maybe.
women in the smokers too, And the mariner points over at a woman who is in, standard Wraither outfit, but it's over the naval uniform kind of a thing, so there's like little bits of metal and stuff on top of her, and she's like, yeah, hi, I'm here.
Yeah, all right. What's your point?
Well, you just said that. Mariner, can we waste these idiots? And the mariner laughs and says,
hey there. Hey, whoa,
come on now,
whoa,
come
whoa,
on.
whoa,
We're just
Hey.
talking. We're just
I
It's
talking.
wanna
not,
be
it's not my
very
fault if
clear.
you've never heard of a strap-on.
He does not speak for all of us, only himself. All right. Now we were just strolling by. We noticed that you were, hucking large rounds of plasma into and onto the shoreline, and we were just curious as to why you were fucking up our neighborhood. That's all.
Which is why my friend got on the back of this fucking giant talking Deathclaw and ran towards you like you were the goddamn orcs.
Okay,
The
first of
fuck
all,
is
it
a
was
nice,
dragon,
nice reference.
and no, we did make the reference about Rohan. That, you know what? That was good, Dr. Worm.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm literate.
One Deathclaw and Scribe will not be enough to break the lines of Mordor.
and the smokers all
wasn't-
kind of look at each other like, what the hell is going on?
It wasn't an invitation to make more of these references. Just
Oh, I'm sorry.
will you just
So-
eat both of those cigarettes real quick for me?
I mean, I was gonna save one, but fine. Just eats them.
Just eats it.
All right, 2% closer to cancer. Great.
So
Oh
the
yeah,
mariner,
I can't. I'm a Deathclaw. I can't get cancer.
That's what they told you, huh?
So
Yeah.
the mariner reaches into his uniform again and pulls out a radio, and he says, "Hey, boss, we got a talking Deathclaw here. Should we bring it back to the ship?" And
Oh no way. I ain't getting on no boat, Hannibal.
Say again, Mariner. You have a talking what?
well, yeah, talking Deathclaw, boss. I mean, they seem like good people. They have lots of jokes.
Okay.
Should we offer them the smoker invitation?
Well, that depends. What's the finest thing that they're wearing?
And the mariner kind of looks at all of you and kind of notices Nicola T still carrying the blue cross and the blue shield and replies, "Boss, they're doing something with a blue shield and a blue cross. You know what the fuck that's about?"
Holy shit, the Blue Cross and the Blue Shield? Yeah, I heard legends about that shit. That there is a paladin of Rohan.
Boss, I have no fucking idea what either a paladin or a Rohan is.
Well, that's because you're uncultured fucking swine. If they want smokes, give them smokes. If they want to help, let them help. But don't piss them off.
All right, boss, we can do that. And the mariner puts away the radio. Well, you heard the boss. You guys want any cigs? Because if not, we're going to go try and find some fusion cores.
Hey, first of all, I want to thank you and your boss for finally showing me the respect that I've always deserved. Second of all, why do you need fusion cores?
Well, I mean, it's not like those plasma blasts can, go on forever. We need some fusion cores to fix the ship, to get all the generators up and running. And, I mean, yeah, we can shoot plasma a few miles inland, but we want the big guns. Like, I'm talking the big old hunkabaloos that can fire 26 miles kind of a thing.
But why?
Well, it's a big gun, and we want to shoot it.
But why? Like, what are you shooting at?
Well, anyone that pisses us off,
Oh,
or
That's
classic
academic.
mercenary stuff. People come to us with a problem. They say, hey, smokers, we have a problem. And we go, is it up to 23 miles inland? And they say yes. And then we say, no longer a problem. And then we just fire our main battery and it's not a problem. We get paid.
Yeah.
So who are you shooting at when you originally shot?
Oh, we meant to hit the shore here, but apparently we were very far off the mark.
Well, I think back in the old days, and Doc Worm, you can feel free to correct me because I know you lived it, but I think that's what they called a sail by salute back in the old days.
He's right. I don't have a snappy rejoinder to that. He's just right.
No, I mean, and he kind of looks at all of you, kind of looks at Angela for a moment and says, "Now that woman looks like she can fix some things. You want to come help us build the boat?" And Angela says, "Nope." Well, couldn't hurt to try.
I like these guys.
You like
If,
anyone who gives you free shit.
Yeah, don't you?
No. I usually take the free shit, and then, after that, never talk to them again.
Well, I mean, conceivably, when they sail away, we'll never see them again anyway. So I'm just doing that with extra steps.
Seems inefficient to me.
Well, I, for one, would like to meet this cultured commander of yours and speak with him of the holy light of the blue and the blue cross and the blue shield, and perhaps converse about more divine and holy things.
Go ahead and roll me a speech at a difficulty of 3. And by my count, you guys are capped on AP right
you
now.
have so much AP that I'm going to spend 3 of it.
Dump it.
Look at fucking Colonel Sanders over here.
Well, you want me a speech? Is that correct?
Yep. Give me a charisma and speech, difficulty of 3.
All right, cool. We got 4 die. That is an 8 and a 6 and YOLO.
All right.
I will spend a luck point to reroll that
a complication. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that is currently sitting at 4 successes because one of those
that 4 is a crit.
And then I will roll 1, 8, 6. Wow. That's all right.
Wow. That's apparently we're having fucking Costumey Luck because that's too complicated. That's what, 4, 5 complications already? Yeah, that's number 5. So apparently that's a thing now.
I still pass.
Yeah, you do still pass. So I think what's going to happen is, the Mariner is going to be very receptive. Because you did succeed. He's going to be like, all right, yeah, we can. Hey, Safine, you want to take these boys back to the boat? And Safine, the one woman of the group, says, yeah, boss, I'll take him back, but we don't have anything for him. And she points at Draxus. I think he would capsize anything we put him on.
Oh, that's fine. I'm actually afraid of drowning, so I don't want to go anywhere on or in the water.
So you want to just stay here then?
Yeah, I'll just hang out here. Oh, Nikki, if you go on that boat, can you see maybe if they can wrangle us or part with some of their lesser used armaments for, say, home defense?
You know what? Yes, I can.
And
also, look, Draxus, I know you've got this whole trepidation when it comes to swimming and water, but Deathclaws are naturally born swimmers. And I know that if you put your mind to it, you put your heart to it, and you push past this fear, you may discover a pastime of great enjoyment. Now, I know we talked about doing the kiddie pool first and starting small, but I feel like if we just go straight into it, dive right in, nose first, cockeyed eye looking one way, straight eye looking forward ahead, you will not regret it, sir. And I give you like a pat right on like a little boop right on the chest.
I like that enthusiasm. I really, really like that, but I don't think that this is the episode where I get over my fear of water.
Did you know that there's an average of 10 fatal drownings per day?
Did you know
I'm not going in that water?
That was true when there were more people, Now it's down to an average of like maybe a half a person a day because they got eaten by this awesome Deathclaw that was swimming through the water like a badass. And you know what that Deathclaw's name was? Draxus the fucking Destroyer. That was his name. That was his name because he's a badass. Come on, buddy, get fired up. Give me the girl growl to me. Give me that anger face. Give me that war face. Now get in the water.
You know,
Get in the water. Let's go. Come on.
You
No,
remain
hard
conscious
pass.
the whole time you're drowning. I just want to point that out.
I did the whole like building you up thing, and you're still gonna tell me to get fucked.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Tried.
But I think. Oh, hey, and tell them too that if they need any sort of like remuneration
Yeah.
or payment for these turrets or whatever it is that they have that they may want to part with.
Yeah.
I'll go with them and help them find some fusion cores. I mean, can't be. It's got to be worth something to have a Deathclaw to like back you up.
Yeah. I mean, just like any tabletop RPG, it's bad to split the party, but
Thank
YOLO.
God someone said it.
And I'm gonna pivot and walk with them towards the boats and head off to the ship.
Oh, I had a feeling this would happen, so I'm actually somewhat prepared for this eventuality. So what's going to happen is we're just going to bounce back and forth until we rejoin as a group. So we'll start with Nicola T and Worm. So Nicola T and Worm, you hop on a boat with this individual, this smoker woman, and you
I never
launch...
said I was getting on the boat.
Oh, you're not getting on the boat.
I don't like the cut of their jib. I don't like these people.
So then Angela's going with Nicola T then.
Yes, very good.
Finally, some alone time.
And I think Angela, she sits across from you, says, don't get any ideas. And I swear if you make a poop deck joke, I will shoot you in the knee.
Okay, first off, I'm a man of more high class than the poop deck joke. Under his breath, he mutters, "Son of a bitch."
All right. So we'll handle you first, then Nicola T, then we'll bounce back to the others. So the journey out into the water maybe takes about 10, 15 minutes, but very rapidly you do indeed see a large Freedom-class battleship. Now, when you're imagining this battleship, there actually is Art of 2D20, or not 2D20, Art of Fallout 4. It's one of the things where it looks like your standard battleship, but it's a little bit more sleek, a little bit more streamlined, and it is absolutely covered in different kinds of turrets. And mostly for the naval fans out there, I do have a little bit of lore for you. So what you see, Nicola T, is that you do see a 406 millimeter plasma battery. There's 2 of those big suckers. There's 2 also 127 millimeter dual purpose plasma batteries. Then you've got your dual purpose laser batteries. There's about 4 of those. You've got about 2 40 millimeter anti-air guns. And then you have about 8 40 caliber dual purpose laser batteries. And then there's some torpedo tubes as well. But you probably care more about the point that there's fucking guns all over this thing.
Did you say pister?
Yeah, I think I did.
Like as in it shoots concentrated piss?
I mean, maybe. If you try hard enough.
You shouldn't have to try hard. You might want to see a doctor.
But case in point, as you're kind of looking at this thing, you do notice that it has seen wear and tear because it is from before the Great War, the Sino-American War. So as you pull up to it, you actually pull into an amphibious bay in the back of the battleship. And your escort says, all right, don't cause any trouble because the way you're getting back to shore is on one of these boats here in the amphib bay, and I'm going to wait here until you get back. Deacon's real easy to find. Just go up the stairs and follow the signs for the bridge. Pretty easy to do.
Little does he know I can't read, and then I'm gonna start trying to follow signs.
All right. So between Angela and you do eventually arrive at the bridge, maybe after Nicola T takes a few random turns that are the wrong way, but you do arrive at the bridge. And when you step onto the bridge, you do see a sort of a well-muscled individual wearing a uniform that's a little too tight, but more like the Mariner had a bunch of medals. This guy's entire left side is just different medals, just pinned to his uniform.
I will whisper to Angela. Seems like he's compensating for something.
Well, he's also bald, so take that as you will. But as he turns and you see that he has a left eye patch, he kind of goes, Ah, so you must be the cultured folk that I heard over the radio. Well, welcome to the USS Massachusetts.
And might I be the first to say thank you for such a generous and warm welcome. We have a couple questions, and I hope that you will be obliged to answer those questions. Why are you blowing up our shoreline?
Well, did we actually hit anything? The boys were supposed to check that out, and
It came real close to blowing up my home, and, can't really abide by that.
well, I mean that's completely understandable. We don't want to hit anybody that doesn't deserve it.
Right. So I have your assurances that you won't be lobbing balls of plasma energy over and around my home?
If you could point out on this map where your home is, we can do our best.
I will do so.
Okay. So you point out where Motley Heights is, and he says, "Oh man, we were off that much. Holy shit, we're gonna need to recalibrate the hell out of the sites."
Yeah. So we were actually seeking a bit of perhaps trade in our agreement to perhaps assist you in finding these fusion cores. We are seeking to improve our home defenses, and couldn't help but notice you got a lot of fucking guns. We're hoping that maybe we could have a couple of them, the small ones, for pew pewing and whatnot.
Well, let me think here. What can we spare? I think we've got a few 20mm dual-purpose laser batteries that I could give you, but it's going to cost more than a fusion core or two, unfortunately.
I'm gonna look to Angela and be like, would we be able to use those for Motley Heights?
Angela kind of scratches her head and goes, I mean, they're a little bit larger than you would really want, but I'm just going to say it. If we put that size of a gun outside Motley Heights, I think that's a statement more than it is anything else, because I mean, would you go charging into a place that has that big of a gun pointed in your general direction? I wouldn't.
Probably the wrong person to ask that question, but I see where you're going with this. I will turn back to the deacon. All right. Well, I think that could be something that we could, accept as payment, but you mentioned that it would take more than a fusion core or two. What exactly are you looking for?
Well, we're looking for somebody with knowledge of reactors to, well, take a look at the few reactors we don't have working below decks. I mean, I've got a guy, but he doesn't have a degree in physics. He has a theoretical degree in physics, so doesn't really work.
Turning back to Angela with a look of, can you fix it?
And Angela sighs and says, I built fucking Morgana. I could probably fix it, yes.
Both beautiful and intelligent. You're the whole package.
And
Turn
she
back.
kind of turns to
My
the deacon at
compatriot
this
here
and
can probably do it.
yeah, I can do it. And the deacon kind of looks her up and down and says, well, I suppose it's up to you then. If you can get all 4 generators working, I don't see a reason not to just give you, say, 4 of the things you're looking for.
1 for 1. Seems like a fair trade. In the meantime, would it be possible for you to give me a potential tour of this magnificent vessel?
I'd be happy to. We'll swing by the reactor to drop off. What was your name, lady? My name's Angela. We'll drop Angela off at the reactor room, and I'll show you the ship.
Well, thank you much, Deacon.
And as you two get a tour of the ship, we're going to cut back to Draxus and Worm. So Draxus and Worm, at this point, the smokers are looking like they're headed inland. I know, Draxus, you said you might follow them, but what is Worm doing, if anything?
Worm is just a smoking by the shore.
Okay.
Just taking in the sea air.
Okay. What about you, Draxus? Are you going to go with them, or are you just going to kind of wait for your buddy to come back?
I'm just going to take a look over and look at Worm. He's just going to wrap up the story that he was just telling him. And anyway, that was the best summer ever.
And the person you're talking to will say is the mariner, and the mariner goes, I didn't realize you could use a pineapple like that.
It's a multifaceted device in the right hands. Or
quite
claws,
deadly
in
too.
this case.
I mean, 37 people, 1 pineapple. I'm mildly impressed.
Well, that was really the C4.
Oh. Now it makes more sense.
Yeah. Did I leave out that part? My head hurts.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna head inland. We're gonna try and find some fusion cores, but feel free to wait here with your buddy.
No, I'll go with you. I'm great. Doc Worm, he doesn't want to be around me anyway.
Oh, why are you with him then?
Oh, because we're friends.
But he doesn't want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
You don't see how that's contradictory.
No.
All right. Well, we're going to start heading inland. I guess let him know you're leaving.
All right. Hey, Dr. Worm, I'm going.
Huh?
I'm going. I'm leaving.
Yeah, all right.
I'll see you when I get back. See, we got a whole thing.
All right. I guess we're three-way splitting the party. Oh, God, I fucking love it. All right. So, Draxus, you're going to head in where we'll do Dr. Worm in a moment. But, Draxus, you're going to head in with the smokers, and I'm going to need you to do an interesting role here. I was going to have you do perception survival, but then I realized that doesn't really tell you where fusion cores are located. So I'm thinking actually something more like an intelligence survival, or maybe even a perception and a science roll would be appropriate here. And the difficulty on this, I'm going to say, is going to be a 2.
Yeah, we'll do the survival roll.
Okay.
Just because I don't have a science skill because I'm a Deathclaw.
All right. So I think based on what I'm seeing, I think you have, 4 AP right now? Something like that?
Yeah, I'm going to dump them.
Okay. So you're going to dump 3 for 4 dice?
Yeah.
Okay.
And these are tagged.
All right. Noted. No, that's already 2 successes.
That's 3 successes.
All right. You get an action point back. So, Draxus, I mean, you're no Angela, but you know the general locales where fusion cores are usually located. Things like office buildings, things like the Red Rocket gas stations. A few of them sometimes have fusion cores. There's some vehicles every once in a while where you can still find a fusion core in there. And I'm going to say that with 3 successes, you actually know a good place to go check for these fusion cores in particular.
Oh, you know what? How you guys doing for time? I mean, like, are you here until you find one? Do you mind a bit of a walk?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we need at least 4 before we head back.
All right. There's an old parking lot for a campground that's probably about 2-3 miles from here. They've got a bunch of Corvegas in really, really great condition.
The fuck's a Corvega?
Nuclear-powered car.
Oh. Yeah, that would work.
All right, follow me. And I'm just gonna start leading them to this parking lot.
So I would like you to roll me 2 combat dice, please. And if you roll an effect, there will be an encounter on the way. There's an encounter on the way. Consult my chart here. All right, so Draxus, you and the smokers, as you're walking towards this parking lot that you've created in the world, which I love, you spot 2 super mutants in the distance. They're kind of on a perpendicular course to you, but you think they're both wearing smoking jackets. It's kind of hard to tell, though, with your eyes, being what they are.
Can you, they look like they're wearing top coats to you?
Mariner stops and squints his eyes and goes, yeah, holy shit, super mutants wearing bathrobe things? What the hell's happening on shore these days?
Oh, that's nothing. That's Dino and Frankie. They were like really famous before the whole thing happened. They got mixed up with the forced evolutionary virus, and now they got great singing voices though.
And then over the wasteland, you hear them singing a Frank Sinatra song together.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. You're off key!
You know what? That gives me an amazing idea. Nicola T and Worm, do you guys want to be, Dino and Frankie?
Me can be Dino, me sing Frank Sinatra. Fly me to the moon, let me play among stars.
No,
I forget rest of
Dino,
words, but you get
Dino. We've talked about this. Frankie, no offense, but I really think you should let Dino sing his own songs. Come on, Dino, give me a That's Amore. Come on. He's just totally drawing a blank there. Just a blank canvas.
I can't hear you.
Oh. Well.
Big bomb. Ring.
We would just buy Carlot. Things exploded. He can't hear. He has ringing.
Oh, can you hear me now?
No.
No? Weird.
He want to know if you sing song. La la. Sing a song. Yes.
What about my ring is wrong?
We try some other time. Come on. We go get your ears fixed. I heard the doctor on Shoreline. He's very nice.
Oh God, I'm trapped in my own body. Unable to speak.
And I think as Dino and Frankie head towards Doctor...
Hey,
I
Mr.
think the
Ghoul
smokers-
Doctor, can you fix ringing? Bad tinnitus in ears? That's technical term, yes? No? I'm not doctor. Ghoul man, hello!
As the smokers kind of...
Who are you talking to?
It's fine. Come on, Frankie. We get you fixed.
As the
What about
smokers and
pricks?
As the smokers and Draxus kind of look at the super mutants wandering off, they're just like, does that happen often?
Yeah.
Well, let's go. Hopefully they were talking about the car lot you were speaking about, because if they are, it sounds like something blew up.
Nah, I'm pretty sure they're talking about the old Starlight Drive-In. People have been trying to move in there for ages. And it's still full of old Corvegas, and every so often there's a stray 10 mil round, and
So, we're going to resolve this scene when you arrive at the parking lot, and true to your word, there are a number of cars which have fusion cores in them. However, while the smokers are trying to get a few of the fusion cores out, I am going to need a roll for you, Draxus, if you wish to help them extract the cores.
This could be interesting if we roll the complication. Yeah, I'll do this.
Okay.
What would you
So
like?
I'm going to need you to roll me an agility and a science here, which I know you don't have science, so it's pretty much just a straight agility roll.
That's a horrible, horrible roll for me.
Well, to make it even worse, the difficulty's a 2.
All right, I'm going to spend an action point to get an extra die.
Okay, that gives you
And
3.
yeah, we're going to go ahead and watch this, everybody. Oh my
you
God.
get 3 fucking successes. You actually get your action point back. So yeah, Draxus, I'm going to let you describe how you nimbly extract a fusion core, because that is amazing.
So it's like Draxus just like pops the hood on the Corvega, and he's like, "All right, so it's all in the wrist, right? I used to boost cars in Reno back in the day, and I mean, I really didn't. If you must know, I'm like 9 years old, so we'll just." And he just starts like a can opener with his index claw, just like peeling around gingerly the edge. It's like, now see, the trick is to not get too far. So you see if I nick that a little bit, how it turns like a kind of a coppery color on the inside. That's how you know that you're getting close to the polonium-210 in the core. You don't want to do that. You want to avoid that if you can. And there you go. When you feel that click, it's a fresh fusion core right there. And I mean, if you want to, just as a verification purposes, at the end there with the connectors for the circuit into the car, you give that little lick. Yeah, so you get a little shock that you know it's good.
Draxus, I'm going to give you a +1 permanent to your science score for that.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right. So as the smokers start to ask Draxus a lot of questions about how the hell a talking Deathclaw knows these things, we're going to go back to Dr. Worm. So, Dr. Worm, you're chilling on the coast. at some point those two super mutants might wander by. But what is it you're doing as you're waiting for somebody to come back to you?
Well, I've finished my cigarette. I flick the butt into the ocean because it's not like the environment's going to get any better.
Hmm.
And I guess I will sort of casually walk towards a point on the shore where I can get a decent look at the ship, the battleship.
Okay. So I would say now that it's been pointed out to you and you know there's a ship out there, I mean, you kind of have to squint a little bit, maybe even take off your glasses, but you can generally make out the sign of the Freedom class battleship on the watery horizon.
Do I see anything fishy?
See anything fishy? Trying to think here. Go ahead and roll me a perception and survival, difficulty of 0, so free action points here.
Perception, survival. Okay.
I'm not a suspicious man, but when the GM starts offering you free AP, I wonder.
All right, no successes, but since it's difficulty 0, you still pass. I mean, it's not like you're seeing giant radioactive whales or talking dolphins or halibuts that are flying through the air, so nothing fishy that you're seeing.
There's got to be something up with these guys. I'm going to see if I can... are there any smokers still on the shore?
There's one or two that are lingering near their boats where they landed, but they're just kind of talking with each other. They're not really giving you any mind, so if you wanted to do something with their vehicles, there's a possibility there.
I'm going to pick an opportune moment that they are not looking. And then I would like to just jack one of their boats and head out towards the battleship.
Interesting. And now we have a roll that has probably never been before done on stream in any Fallout game because nobody ever specs into it. I need you to do me either a perception or an agility plus pilot at a difficulty of 2.
Okay, how much AP do we have?
We currently have 2.
I want to spend one of them for 3 dice.
And yes, Elridge, Jerry, we did see the second cola. We are up to date. Okay, that is... Oh, look at that. The sheets have been updated. Very nice. There's your 2. That's what you need. So, when you hop onto... What do you want? A dinghy, a jet ski? What sort of vehicle you want?
I want to, probably a jet ski. I want to pick a craft that by the time they notice me, they can't get after me quickly,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know why,
we'll say
but
a jet ski of sorts.
For whatever reason, I pictured Dr. Worm in a Zodiac. Just zooming across the water there.
Oh, of course.
I think that's what we're going to go with then. So you hop onto a Zodiac and you gun away from the shore. And of course, the smokers start yelling after you, but you pay them no mind. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of skip back to Nicola T. And Dr. Worm, you'll arrive in a moment. But at this point, Nicola T., you have been shown almost pretty much every single worthy of note sort of building in here, or not building, but place in the battleship. So here's what you would know or would have seen. So they had every workbench. They had an armor one, a chemistry one, a cooking one. They had some for power armor. There was one for robots and even one for weapons. You also saw that they had a medical facility with an operational nurse handy even. You've seen that they have the ability to recharge fusion cores as long as multiple generators are running. You, of course, came in through the amphibious bay, but there's also a vertibird landing pad and hangar. And there's also a number of high-class staterooms. There's a number of mid-class staterooms. You do see that they've got water purification devices, and they also have the ability to store fuel. So, all things considered, they've got a really nice operation going here.
So, based on my interaction with the Deacon and my viewing of this vessel, how many people would you realistically need to run this thing? Just asking for a friend.
I would say you're maybe looking, I mean, as long as it's stationary and not going anywhere, you could probably get away with 4 or 5 people just maintaining the ship. But if you want to like sail this thing anywhere, probably going to need upwards of 15, 20. I mean, the battleship is mostly meant to be run by itself. You just kind of do the monitoring thing.
All right. Well, Deacon, I gotta tell you, you got yourself one hell of an amazing sailing vessel here. And really, I haven't asked much about yourself. How did you come to captain such a magnificent creature of the sea, as it were?
And kind of reaches into his pocket, pulls out a smoke, and lights it up and takes a drag, and then says, well, it was actually a pretty funny story. My cousin Tommy, he actually spotted this old girl here. Was beached on a beach down in good old Rhode Island. So, wait, down, up. I'm not. It's ironic. I'm not that great with directions, but I'm the captain. Anyway, found it in Rhode Island. Grabbed the boys as much as we could, got the thing working best we could, and just sort of sailed south. At least I think it's south. Rhode Island is north of here, right?
Yeah, it's north.
Yeah. So we just sailed south, and really this is sort of our first port of call.
And how many approximately of the boys are with you at any given point? It must take what, 30, 40, 50 people to run this thing?
Yeah, something about that. I mean, most of them went ashore, but of course we have that the engineer down in the reactor room. I mean, you saw him when we dropped off Angela, and there's a few boys sitting on the guns at all times, ready to fire them. But actually, quite a small operation, all things considered.
Yeah. And what do you plan to do once you get everything up and running fully? I mean, I know the boys on the shore said you were planning to maybe, head off and be mercenaries and gain supplies and what have you. What do you want out of life, Deacon? What do you want?
Well, we're gonna need a steady supply of smokes because we found a stateroom on this thing full of the things, but gonna need a steady supply of smokes. We're gonna need fuel, and figure pirating, mercenary. I mean, there's got to be a lot of people that want a plasma solution to their problems, right?
I mean, more than likely, yeah. More than likely. All right, I'm in a weird spot right now, ELH.
I know you're in that struggle. I know.
I'm in that struggle. I'm in a weird spot because Nikki's not a bad person, but real talk, kind of want to
it's
put
tempting.
A bullet in this guy's head.
And if it helps in any way, though, what I would say is that you're going to notice this, but the Deacon will not, at least at first. Yeah. You do see a Zodiac riding Dr. Worm approaching the ship.
Oh, buddy. Have I seen anything that looks out of the ordinary? Like, I'm talking like, do they have slaves? Did they have I don't know, a cage with puppies in it or something that they were calling bad names? Is there anything bad about these people? I need something. Give me something.
All right. Hey, Wild Wasteland. Excellent. So I would say that I'll mix your answer in with the Wild Wasteland. And the only real thing that stood out to you, and of course, if you want to go revisit this thing, the only thing that stood out to you was the fact that there was a Protectron lower decks that kept asking these riddles and sort of puzzles about U.S. society before the war. So, for example, one of the things the Protectron asked you was, who was the commander of the American forces during the Battle of Anchorage? Or, I record and play audio messages and can be used to store other types of data. What am I? And assuming you knew what a holotape was, which I think Nikola T would know what a holotape was. So when you answered the holotape for the second question, the Protectron sort of did like a Price is Right noise where you got it right. And it gave you a literal copy of the Battleship game from before the war.
Well, Nikola T's got that tucked under his left arm with great joy and pride, because that's going to be a gift for Draxus. But man, you know what? Nikki's gonna have a moment, and he's gonna notice. He notices Dr. Worm driving up. How many guys have I seen on this ship?
Including the deacon, maybe about 9.
So Nikki's going to be like, "Hey, Deacon, did you see that thing over there? That boat? Is that one of your guys?"
And he kind of looks in the direction of Dr. Worm.
And he's gonna put a bullet in the back of his head.
Bullet in the back of the head. All right.
Yep, that's what's happening.
All right.
I don't know,
so,
man. Sorry.
No. I deliberately made this tempting because I figured this would happen.
Oh, I want this boat. I want this boat.
All right, so Nicola T, extremely important role here. And Dr. Worm, I would like to imagine that you're going to see this happen as you get closer. So you are technically in this combat if it turns into full combat.
So I would like, so here's what's going to happen. I don't know if this will work. He looks at the Battleship game, says, "Sorry, Draxus," and then he's going to shove the gun into the Battleship game to mute the noise, and then he's going to put a bullet in the back of the head of the Deacon. I am going to spend an AP.
Well, you did just get an AP from chat.
And I'm going to spend the 1, and I guess we still have 1 then.
Yep.
And we're going to see what
tell
happens.
you though, this will be to pull this off without anybody hearing you.
Okay.
I'm going to set the difficulty at a 4.
A 4, he said.
A 4.
All right. I mean, you know what? I feel good
If you just want to plug him, though, if you just want to plug him and not ruin your Battleship game, then that would be a 2.
I wanna do it to where hopefully it's muted and no one else hears it, so that I can then go do a little bit more investigating. But I don't know. I don't like this guy. Something feels fishy. So I'm gonna do 3. I'm gonna give you 2 more dice.
Or 2 more action points for me. All right.
Give you 2 action points. I'm gonna roll 4 die. I have pretty good luck with doing this. Big money, no whammies. That is 3 successes. I am going to re-roll the 17 with a luck point.
All right. And you did just get a quantum from chat as well.
God bless you, chat. Come on. Boomski, that's 4.
There's your 4.
Yeah.
So, Worm, as you come in closer to the boat, you see Nicola T putting a box between the gun and the Deacon's head, and then there's a click, and you then see the Deacon tumbling over the railing of the vessel into the ocean.
I would like to spend a luck point that as he tumbles, I grab his jacket, and then as he tumbles, I pull it off of him, and then I put the jacket on.
Okay. You now have, true to form, a Waterworld jacket.
God damn it.
It's good to be the king. And I'm going to go find Angela, make sure she's okay.
All right. So, Dr. Worm, you just saw that. The Deacon's body is more or less floating in the water at this point. You could probably find the amphibious bay if you looked around the ship a bit, but what are you going to be specifically doing at this point before we go to break?
Swearing a lot. And just generally trying to, after that happens, just trying to navigate in such a way as to get in front of as few eyeballs as possible. Because if I can get onto this ship stealthily at this point, I absolutely will.
Interesting.
Because I don't know how many people are on that fucking ship.
Exactly. Let me see, because it's one of those situations where I think you want to do a sneak and a pilot, but those are both skills and you can't combine them. So why don't you roll me a perception and a sneak? And I'll set the difficulty here at a 3.
Okay, perception and a sneak.
And I believe you have, after that Nuka-Cola Quantum, I think you have 4 AP by my count.
Okay, I will spend at least 1 to roll 3 dice.
Go for 3. Roll 4, man. Go for it.
All right, I will roll 4 dice. Perception and sneak is that.
All right,
Cool.
That is 2 successes with a complication. Would you like to reroll that complication with luck?
Yes, I would. Okay, and this boy. Yep.
That is 1 success. That's what you need. So, what I'm going to say is, Worm, when you go around the back of the vessel looking for a way to get in, you do spot the amphibious bay, and because you succeeded, you're going to notice that there was a guard here, but you just sort of linger in the water just out of sight. And after a moment, the guard sort of gets a call on their little radio and moves away. So you can now safely and securely get aboard the vessel.
If I'm on one of those Zodiac boats, I'll just like turn the throttle down and just sort of like
Coast in.
sails coast in, and then throw a rope around an an anchor point, and
On a
Alrighty.
cleat.
All right, so at this point, we're going to take probably a 5 to 10 minute break. I know Twitch is having difficulties right now. I know I'm dropping frames, so I'm going to try to fix that during the break. But we'll be back shortly. Stick around.
That sucks.
All right, so Twitch isn't able to hear this right now. Only YouTube, you're privy to this. But basically, we're having some major connection issues with Twitch. I've tried switching servers. I've tried switching settings. I think it's an upstream problem from me. So unfortunately, this is where we're going to end this session. But this will be a two-parter. And as far as I know, we should be same time, same place next week on August 2nd. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you later. Bye, YouTube.